Okay, so they have started the clock here on this game. Oh, let's fix that. Play not playing. Play in. So yeah, both these players are playing for the top 8 spot in order to get into the bracket. Oh, I see that got cut off a little bit. Let me go ahead and adjust the. Let me adjust a couple things. Oh, that's a list. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring a lot of upgrades. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust a couple things. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and break down these lists. We got Calen Wong playing a 2-ship list, Asajj, Contracted Scout. We actually got to see him on stream a couple times yesterday as well. He played against, I'm trying to remember the matchups. Played against a Kylo 2 Boats game, and I'm not remembering the other one off the top of my head. But he played some very aggressive games with Asajj, making a lot of smart moves. Contracted Scout doing its job as a blocker, and as you can see, the kind of combo that Calen has going on, he tries to hit something with Asajj using expertise, so passive mods, so that they have some game against things like Fenrouse. And with the Shadowcaster title, being able to apply a Tractor Beam and make it easier for that Contracted Scout to hit with its 3-dice turret that it has as well, also with expertise. So they're willing to, Calen's able to use the evade action if need be, or target lock with Asajj. Looking at Calen's opening, he actually did this same spot the 2 games that he played. The first time he did a 2-bank to the left. The other time he did a 2-sloop to the left as well, just to decide what direction he wants to go in. The game where he did the sloop, he actually did 2 sloops in a row in order to give Asajj more time to catch up. Then we have Michael Pinto here with an unexpected list. Let's put it that way. Shara Bay with Trick Shot, BB-8, Alliance Overhaul, Bodhi Rook, and 3 Bandit Squadron pilots with Harpoon missiles and guidance chips, and the Fenrouse Sheathipede with adaptability. He's going up, not down. I'm going to go ahead and fix that now. Going up to 10. With Flight Assist Astromech and Chopper Crew. The play here, if you're not familiar with the Bodhi Rook crew, Bodhi Rook, I'm going to pull up that that card right now so that we can go ahead and read it. Maybe you're not familiar with it. There we are right here. Bodhi Rook, when you acquire a target lock, you can lock onto an enemy ship at range 1 to 3 of any enemy ship, and then that combos with the Shara Bay pilot ability. Okay, let's go ahead and pull her up here. So it says, when another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 is attacking, it may treat your blue target lock as its own. So the idea here is you're able to, Fenrouse is able to get a target lock to Shara Bay at whatever pilot, at pilot skill 10, which is going to work great for Michael because Calen has a 6 and a 3. And then once Shara has that target lock, Michael's able to use that target lock to fire the Harpoon missiles from the bandits. So it's an Alpha Strike setup. He's going to have to fly it smart. And one cool thing you'll see here, model-wise, the Michael changed. He modified his Sheathipede to be the from Spaceballs to be the princess's Vespa. So you'll see it as it comes out from behind the overlay there. Yeah, I wanted to just give you guys and make you aware of that combo and what he's going to be trying to set up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be getting started here. And we're coming out aggressive. I'm going to take a moment to look at his cards here on the side. How does he have them marked? Does he have target locked on the back? I'll be right back. I'm just going to go take a look at how he has his Z's differentiated on his cards. That way I know which ones match up with which. I'll be right back. All right. We do have how he has that. From his left to right, the bottom one is the gray bandit. The middle one is blue, and the top one is yellow. So we're going to go ahead and differentiate that here in a minute. And there's the Flight Assist Astromech barrel roll. Before we get too far into it, I want to remind you guys and tell you guys that our Top Cut playing game is brought to you by Sling Paint Gaming. Sling Paint makes stylized full-color tokens for L5R, Destiny, and X-Wing. Visit slingpaint.com and use our exclusive coupon code GOLDSQUAD to get 10% off your order. And I did take some pictures of his ships, so we'll get I'll be posting them here in a little bit. They look pretty cool. Now, as we get into this, let's go ahead and do our predictions. We did do a pre-poll on Facebook, but you guys are live. You're watching now. Give me a 1 if you think Calen Wong will win, and give me a 2 if you think Michael Pinto is going to be able to use his Z95s to bring him into the top 8. This is the only game going on right now. So again, these are the only 2 players that are playing in this single elimination match to get into the official top 8. And maybe anybody who's joining us for the first time, we do have a dice cam, and the dice will fall right on top of your screen on the overlay. Scum for life. So we seem to be pretty evenly matched right now in the voting. And that same thing happened on Facebook. There's a lot of people that have faith in Calen Wong. They know who he is. They've heard of him as a player before. And but some people look at that firepower that Michael has, and it cannot be denied. The bandits being at PS2 make it so that they cannot be blocked by Calen. But at the same time, having the barrel roll action available to that jump master makes it so that Calen can react to their arcs. So notice that Michael is, they're not in any type of block formation, the Z95s. They're spread out. They're at different levels. Because most likely when they do get engaged, what's going to happen is you'll end up having one Z95 that might be arc dodged. The second one is probably going to be at range 1, and the one in the back will be able to fire the harpoon missile. Save the rebellion, save the dream. The disembodied hands, yes. There's no way to, unless I give them blue gloves that they have to play with. That's the only way to make the dice just randomly appear. The Galactic Qualifier is going on today. People are getting set up for that right now. Checking for flight assist astromech. And we're barrel rolling back. Now, all this weekend, we've been talking about the campaign against cancer. You can see at the bottom right-hand corner there of your screen. If you haven't heard about it, it is a tournament series put on by Chad Hopeful, and he's created the charity called Twin Sons Charity. And they have been doing amazing work raising money for cancer research, and they're doing it again. It's going to be April 7th, and you can go to xwing.org, that is with the dash in between, x-wing.org, to see where your nearest location is. And it is going to be a great time. It's a different format. It starts in pods and then splits. It's pretty cool. I think it's a great time. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make it this year, so I'm trying to do my best to make sure that we can get as many other people there, because I have some family stuff. So we will look forward to hearing about all the awesome people that end up going to that event. And again, it's happening all over the U.S. So, and actually, I think there's one in Canada and Australia. So we're down to 1 hour and 2 minutes on the clock here. This is about turn 4. It's like we're just trying to get some positioning here. Looking at the initial board state, Calen has been kind of stalling out the jump master, keeping it in the open space, waiting to see where Michael commits to, while getting in a flanking position with Asajj. Actually, I really like where Asajj is right now, because in her current position, she will be able to possibly catch Michael from the backside, which you do notice that Michael is having to debate that right now, especially that yellow Z95 is kind of hung out to dry right now. So we're going to have to see what happens.
Competitors are going to get promo cards. By the end of the third round, you're going to get all 4 of the Bounty Hunter promos, so make sure you stick out for the first 4 rounds, or first 3 rounds. Aside from that, we only have prizes today for players that went 5 wins or 6 wins.
I'm going to go ahead and make some labels for these Z95s.
Players with 5 wins or better will get a set of shield
So you can
tokens.
see what they are here, but we're going to put it on the overlay.
Players will get a second set of shield tokens, as well as an invitation to the Coruscant Invitational.
Make this smaller so I can actually see. All right, decisions have been made. Are we turning in? There it is, the return. Starting to threaten the space. Now that the white Z95 won't really have a path to Asajj. Okay. So that Z95 is bumping. And the jump master, I'm going to expect it probably to just barrel roll backwards. There it is. Make sure that it can't get target locked. And it's getting in a position where it can run into range 1 next turn. There we go. We got the labels there. We know which one is which. So Shara Bay is going to probably check for a target lock. Using Bodhi Rook. No dice. And here comes Asajj coming fast. I mean, we knew with engine upgrade she's going to be able to catch this at the back of Z95 for sure. And this is what Calen has to do. You know, he has to pick them off one at a time, because there was nowhere where that Z could really go. Well, with the flight assist astromech that Michael did with the with Fenral barreling him to the right, got him all blocked up. So Fenral will have a shot here on Asajj most likely. But the ability doesn't turn off anything because expertise is passive mods. And Fenral ability says that you can't, if you use it, you can't spend tokens. And there are no tokens to be spent. And we're coordinating a focus to that Z95 to hopefully not take as much damage. The question is whether or not Michael's going to have enough punch in his list if he loses his Z95 early, because Asajj is not going to let up. He's going to stay behind there. I don't... Z95s, they have a 3K turn? A 3K would fit to at least get a shot before he dies. Okay. Blank crit. Defense evaded. Now here's Asajj. No expertise there. One hit. And evaded. So no damage. Wasn't sure what the target was. So after today, after this round, we will be having 3 more rounds. We got the top 8, the top 4, and the final. I do want to take a moment to thank Cascade Games for allowing us here to be the exclusive streamer of the Portland System Open Finals and all the stuff we did yesterday as well. So it looks like Michael's made decisions with the Z95 and Fen already, meaning he's already, I feel like he's making tactical decisions dependent on Asajj there. And the gray and blue are still pursuing the scout, which could be a very easy track. I mean, if the gray and the blue Z95 overextend too much, and Calen just does something like a hard one barrel roll back, I mean, we could find those Zs out of range again, and now his list is all separated out, and this is what Calen wants, because both these ships, the Jumpmaster and Asajj, can work independently if need be. Thank you very much for people who have just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Just noticed Albhim and Malzrim has done it for the second time this month. And just a reminder that Twitch Prime does not auto refresh every month. You do have to physically click it every month. So if you want to be super awesome and help us out, please, that would be amazing. And if you're not sure how to connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch and get that free Prime subscription in order to throw free money our way, basically, it's super easy. You can go to our YouTube page, and we have a video on how to do it. I actually was able to acquire all the lists, so I can actually read those down while we wait for these dials here. Blando, I can actually show them off here in a little bit. Yeah, I'll let you know right now. I can do a little faction count. I have all the lists in front of me. So I'll just kind of read them down quickly. Waiting for dials here. We have Poe Lebo, Poe Dash, triple Wookiees. Here's a 4 forward from the blue. Lothal Fen, Ray Lorik, Quick Draw Your Inquisitor, and 7Z Swarm, plus the 2 lists you see here. So it is dominated by Rebels. I think I just read 7 Rebel lists and 1 Imperial and 1 Scum. Rashta, thank you for doing that when you get home on your desktop. Yeah, they haven't incorporated a way to do it on the mobile apps yet. I have put in a request with Twitch to see if they can get that done. Just need to add the button somehow. Yeah, the Z-Swarm will most likely be on stream next round if the player is up for it. Yep, I get them some swag. Absolutely. Control. Wyrmed. Yes, I do have. I have a close-up shot of Princess Vespa's Mercedes. Here's Shara Bay barrel rolling with BB-8. She revealed the green. It's getting some protection from the rock. Here comes Asajj, moving aggressively. Looks like she will have a range, possibly 1, could be 2. And here's Fen. Looks like it just makes it or just bumps. One of the two. So it looks like no action there. Peck61480, thank you so much for doing your 2nd month in a row of Twitch Prime. You're awesome. We're waiting. You get the gumboat emoji now. You have access to it. Use it. Use it well. So, looks like Fen didn't bump. So I just saw a coordinate action to Shara Bay. Shadowcaster checking for its range 2 ability. It's able to deal out of stress. It looks like it was reaching for Shara, not quite in range. And we are glitter stemming on Asajj here. Has 3 shots going into her. Though there are 2 3-dice shots. So here's the first attack. This is from Fenrau. 1 crit. And 1 evade. Looks like it's range 3 from Sharabe. He does have the ability to change the focus to a crit with the title. Gets an evade. And now it's Asajj's turn. We'll see whether it's range 1 or range 2, depending on what he does. Looking over at the table, see if I can see the mouth, which ship he's going to shoot. With bated breath. Players are sharing a pool of dice. So it looks like we're going at the Z95, and that would be Glitter Stem for 3 hits. It got super quiet in here all of a sudden. Everybody got focused. And that's 2 eyeballs. So that Z is going to be taking 3 damage there. So it's going to be sitting at 1 hull. Here's the Contracted Scout, range 1 on the blue for 4 hits. And that is a dead Z95, I believe. Off the table, he did not focus. He had a target lock on there. Well, this game is flipping pretty quickly here. I mean, both of the Z95s carry the punch in this list, and without them, it's going to be really hard for Michael to start dealing some meaningful damage. He could not use the Shadowcaster title because that Z95 is not in the mobile arc. So that's the Harpoon Missile using Shara's target lock. And he'll take 1 shield. So that's evade using Lot's Razi plus rolling 1 evade. Only took 1 shield. And the key with Michael's list, though, I think, is to try to get all guns on target, because there's no reload on these guys, and you want to be able to wipe something off the table. I think the mistake in the opening was spreading him out so much. He's not going to have enough firepower to take down Asajj and the Scout here. Thank you, MRDZZA, for doing your 2nd month at Twitch Prime. You're awesome. Yeah, I did see some people ask about Kanan Fen, or like Lothal Fen, Ghost Fen, and there's only 1 in the cut, so there's a pretty good chance that there's less. And as we're waiting for players to set the dials, I do want to remind you that Sling Paint Gaming has given our viewers an exclusive coupon code that is Gold Squad, all caps, and you get 10% off of their entire store. Got these awesome full color art tokens. I really am a fan of they have like giant tokens. You got this like small dinner plate focus token. It's something fun to use. They make good gifts. And one advantage that Calen does have here now, his scout is in position here to start being able to do its job as a blocker, being at PS3. He's got Shara and Fen in front of him. Shara has the most damage potential, being that she is a native 3-die ship, and Calen's going to be looking to shut that down. Michael needs to make sure that he has opportunities to shoot with Shara and using Fen as backup. Offensively, honestly, he's going to have to use Fen offensively and maybe not play him as he normally has in the past. Yes, the other 7 players are hanging out. And Blondo, I saw your question earlier about, what was it? I'll show off the Patreon swag in transition. But the pictures are available also on our Patreon. They might be a patron-only post. You can take a look on the posts there. No, it's anybody can see it. Now, Asajj is in a position to possibly be blocked by the Z95. The play here, I think for Michael, if I was playing, looking at the positioning of the board, Calen can pretty. He doesn't want a 1 back. I mean, he's not going to want a 1 forward. I think Calen probably just tries a 3-turn and is happy with it, even if he does get blocked. Yep, I mean that's a most obvious place to try to block up is that 3-turn. And you still have glitter stem if you do bump, so you still be able to shoot. Not glitter stem, excuse me. Expertise. Here's the gray Z95 or white Z95. It's gray and white. He is in range to get a target lock. Might be able to get his ordnance off if Calen gets blocked here. Scout moving into blocking position. He might be a little bit short with the barrel roll to the left and forward. He could probably catch Shara. He's going to try it. Yeah, that's going to get Shara for sure. And unless Fen turned to the right, there's no way that he's going to be able to... Because in a perfect world, you want to coordinate a focus here. Ooh, Shara might get out. All right, so Shara's going to have a shot there. No bump. And now Michael's debating his action. I mean, you have the focus modifier out the back. I think you just target lock. Yep, there it is. And the 3-bank is safe. No block there. Fits on the board, and most likely we'll just see a boost out of Asajj to get out of the harpoon arc there from the white Z95. Yep, there's the boost. If you don't have to take a harpoon missile, don't. Because those are the things that can threaten Asajj. Now, you gotta remember, Asajj is harpooned. She did take 1 on that turn. Here's the 1 bank. Oh no, he revealed the 2 bank. So, looks like he gets bumped by the scout. No rock. But anti-pursuit laser goes off. No damage on it. So Fen will not be able to coordinate to anybody. Will not be able to perform an attack. And we are stressing Shara Bay. And Fen does not have an attack. No attack for Princess Vespa. And here is most likely a range 1 shot on the scout. Yes, it is. And that'll change to a crit because of the Arc 170 Alliance Overhaul title. 2 evades. So just 1 shield off the scout. And we're measuring range to Fenrau. Is it range 1? Nope, that's going to be range 2. Checking range, checking arc on the yellow. Yellow Z95 is out of arc. He does have 1 hit point left. I understand why you would want to try to kill that one. And 2 focus is going to be expertise for 2. And this is going at Fenrau. So Fen is going to take a shield. And the Shadowcaster title does get used and will be jumped onto the rock and will be taking a damage from that. Again, the Shadowcaster title reads that if you hit somebody at range 1 to 2 in your mobile arc, you get to assign a tractor beam token. Small bases get barrel rolled or moved 1 forward into wherever you want to go. And here's the scout. 3 hits. This is also going into Fen, and that's going to be a dead Fen round. No, dead Z95. Oh, okay, I got that wrong. So he would have actually only rolled 1 dice there. But the threat is gone now, or one of the threats. Let's go ahead and take that off the table. Yeah, this game is quickly going one-sided. Again, if we look for win conditions here, Shara needs to start doing meaningful damage. But Calen has been able to evade most of the attacks. I mean, he's taken a total of 2 shields, while Michael has lost 2 ships coming up. Yeah, 2 ships, and Fenrau's already taken a shield. And now we wait. So blue, well, let's see, this Shara. The white Z95 here still has its harpoon active. Okay. Yellow was the only one to get a harpoon off. Did 1 damage to Asajj. I mean, I think the obvious move for white is a too hard and hope, really. Calen is probably going to try to get into range 1. Range 1 shot is better than taking a harpoon missile. Because there's no condition attached. So we're probably going to see something like probably a 3 bank or maybe a 2 bank from the scout. Asajj is just going to get out of dodge. She'll be 3 bank into the right, 3 bank boost. Shara most likely, Shara's stressed, so she can't K-turn. There's a 3 bank from the scout. So there you go. I'll take a range 1 shot. This is fine. He'll focus for defense. Yep. And Shara is going to have to 1 forward, I'm guessing, to stay in the fight. Doesn't really want to go any faster than that. All right, chooses to do a 2 forward. Here's, spreads out the arc a little bit. Might be able to still catch Asajj in the arc, but I think the 3-bank boost might still get it out. There's your 3-bank, and it might already be out of arc. It's very close. But the boost guarantees it, so why not? Here comes Fen. Probably 1 forward is the safest. He decides to go 2. I like the aggressiveness. I mean, he'll still get a shot. It might be range 1, but that also means that Asajj has a range 1 shot on him. That'll clear the stress. Looking to... Oh, I'm just checking for flight assist. So it gives him a range check. Give him some decisions on whether or not he wants to focus for defense. I mean, he's going to get to shoot first, so... I mean, doing damage is the only way that he's going to be able to pull ahead here. So I think you hope. Target lock, I like it. The target lock gives you a higher crit potential. Possibly be able to pull the, get the harpoon damage on there. So stress from the Asajj's ability. Now it's going to be a range 1 shot, unobstructed, onto Asajj. And we're going to spend that target lock, digging for some crits, and there's going to be 2 hits. Asajj's defense should be taking the stress off and not taking any damage. Lots Rousey crew, very, very strong on Asajj Ventress. And the scout measuring range. Sorry, Shara Bay measuring range to the scout. It does have a range 3. It is unobstructed. And here's 2 dice. And there might be a target lock out there. Just going to spend it. 2 hits. It's a good conversion. And defense. No damage. These greens are popping right now. Here's the scout, probably range 1. That's going to be expertise into the Z95. The white one hasn't taken any damage yet. That's going to be 2 shields. Oh no, sorry, this was Asajj. That was Asajj into Fenrau. And that'll tractor beam Fen forward. Putting him in an awkward spot. Probably won't be able to get a shot next turn. Let's go ahead and update Fenrau's health there. He's sitting on 1. And here, this is the scout, range 1. This is Dengar crew for the reroll. And a hit and 2 crits coming from the scout. And that's going to be 2 shields and a crit on this Z95. It could be dead. We don't know what that crit card is. The crit. Shaken pilot. Can't go straight. But shaken pilot. So go ahead and apply the crit token on our side here. Sitting at 1 hole there. And looks like the Z95 is trying to reach for Asajj. It is close. And just in. So this might be a harpoon missile. Nope, this is range 1 into the scout. Has a focus, but taking one more shield on the contracted scout. I'm going to be making a bracket here. There isn't an official link. No, I'm going to make a bracket on Challenge to show you guys. Actually, just start getting that going here. Oh, that's cool. I'm working on getting the top 8 bracket made. All right, so these are on the move. So that's going to go ahead and flip the crit on the Z95. He did not reveal a straight maneuver. And Calen going slow, making sure that he can keep some range with that contracted scout gun. He checks for a target lock. He'll have an uncontested shot going into there. And it looks like Shara gets a block on Asajj there. Shara is... Where did the same pods go? No, he did not. It's set right in front of him. That's going to be a range 1 shot. Shara's going to be hit and tractor beam towards the edge of the board. Meaning that's going to be the end for Shara Bay here in the coming turn. Unless Calen rolls all blanks. Double block here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sloppy Joe. And here's range 1 shot from Shara. That's 3 hits. into Asajj. And she'll be removing the stress and taking 2 shields. So shields are down on Asajj. There we go. That's definitely going to be hitting Charbet. That's 2 hits, 2 crits. And she will be shields gone, stun pilot, and tractor beam towards the edge of the board. And there is no maneuver there that's going to be able to save Charbet. Z95 from range 3. Expertise. Spends a focus. Takes 1, but that Z95 is going to be dead. So this game is quickly coming to end here. It's going to be Fenrau versus both Asajj and the Contracted Scout. I really liked Michael's list going into this match. I think if he could have kept the Z95s together and be able to get his Alpha Strike off, I think he definitely could have taken out Asajj or the Scout. But Calen was able to play it right. He was able to get Michael to overextend with the Z95s, spread them out, and that's really what ended the game there. So now the scout just plays it safe. I mean, sure he'd like to kill Fenrau. I mean, Fenrau has one hole left. Calen probably gonna go out with style over there with Charbet. They just have to do 1 damage on Fenrau to finish the game. Two turn focus. It's going to BB-8. And then 1 forward off the board. So Shara is out. Asajj back on the base. Fenrau probably just as a 2-turn here. Or a 1 bank. There's a 2-turn. So we'll be exchanging some shots here. But there's a target lock. Digging for some crits here. Start a combat. We'll trigger Asajj's ability because Calen pointed the mobile arc to the back. There's 3 hits coming in on Asajj there. And we'll be taking the stress off to take only 1 damage. And here's Asajj, range 1, and that's going to be it for Fenrau. There's the handshake, there's the game. All right, so that game essentially came down to the fact that Michael's list really got spread out. And those Z95s need to focus fire something down. They don't have a reload action. They're pretty much one and done. And the fact that Calen did have so many passive mods and with repositioning, so he's able to leverage Asajj's boost plus the barrel rolls in order to get better positioning. I think Michael, knowing the speed of Asajj and the Scout, especially them being large base ships, needed to start in a smaller set, like a tighter formation, move faster, and try to control, try to get to one of those large base ships before Asajj was able to come back on the backside. Started a little bit too spread out, but still really cool list, really cool model there. Congratulations to Calen Wong getting into the top 8. I'm going to work on making a challenge top 8 bracket. I have all the lists. I have all the names. And we'll be back here. I'm not sure how quickly they're planning on starting the top 8 because we still have technically 20 minutes left in the round. I don't know if they're waiting for the time to end before they continue, or are they going to jump straight into it? I don't know if all 8 competitors are here yet. So stick around. Don't go away too far. Check back in maybe every 5 minutes or so, and I'll be back. But before we go, don't want to forget to thank our round sponsor, Sling Paint Gaming. They've given us an exclusive discount code for 10% off their shop with awesome full color art tokens for Destiny, L5R, X-Wing, all kinds of games, and that is Gold Squad. All large case letters, and we will be posting that in the video link. You can find it there if you're watching this on YouTube later today or in the future. And that's plan is to always keep that active, so you can use that at any time. We'll be back.